All right, guys, I will get us started. Looks like we have a lot of folks on here from our school safety team. Um, so I've been working with Wyatt and Andrew on an STLP project, and a lot of you have seen it. They're working on a school safety model, and this is one of very few things that are still continuing, and Wyatt is still participating in the competition. We would have gone to Rupp Arena on April 9th, and he would have presented in person, and that was canceled, but they're going all virtual with it. So he has to have a 10-minute presentation ready by the 30th. So he's been working on that. He and I've been collaborating, and Andrew's on there too. So he needs to discuss the finalizing of his project with you guys. And I will let him take it away.
All right. So what me and Andrew did, here, I'll go ahead and show you what we've got here. I just flip the camera around. We've created this school safety. It's a model of the school basically, and there's the two wings. It's got the other two. I really don't know what's up with this camera. But you can see the other two down there, and then there's the gym and all of the other things. Eventually, once I get the rest of my resources and stuff, I'm going to label all these entrances as they are labeled on the school, and put a bunch of other information on here. But it's, for the moment, this is what we've got. So this is the main entrance. This is the office and gym area. So this is the parking lot of the school. And so it's just, but it shows all the stairwells. You can see one right there, and there's all the doors to each of the rooms and where they go, and stuff like that. So is there anything you all would want to know about it?
So, Wyatt, do you have a diagram tells me what J13 is? If I'm walking into a locker room, classroom, custodial room, you have a sheet that says J13 is the weight room.
That could be pretty useful. I like that idea. I haven't thought about that, but I could pretty much just type that up, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just type it up. I'd probably go alphabetically order, because I know rooms are G, A, B. I don't know if there's an A, B, C, but maybe G1's this room. That way, Trooper Ison had to come here for emergency, he would kind of have an idea on his head if I'm walking in a classroom, or I'm walking into a small storage room, or I'm walking into a gym, weight room. You kind of have an idea what he's walking into.
Yeah. It'd be really good. And a lot of that was kind of what I was looking for, stuff like that, what you all would want to see in this, as far as what would help you in the event of an emergency, because I only know so much as far as that goes.
And then
you all kind of
another thing we talked about with Mr. Cavis there, he's one mentioned this to me, and I thought it was a great idea. It was you look at yours, you got the hallways there, and we know each hallway is we know it because we're here, is colored by a locker. It's an orange hallway, blue, green. And he was talking about maybe painting the lights there going down that hallway there in the big long hallway, that color, so everybody would know, all right, this is the orange hallway. You may put something on your thing.
Yeah, I've got my hallways colored, right?
Okay, you got them colored.
I've got my. Huh?
You got your hallways colored?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I didn't notice that. All right.
See? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, you're all right.
That would be on the school
for
us to paint the hallway some way to identify which one's the orange hallway, which one's the blue, which one's the green. So that would be on us. And
I got different colored filament. I got different colored filament to do that, which I've got green coming. When is that expected to be soon? Okay, good. The green still isn't perfect, but
Now we need to let Trooper Ison and Mr. Cavis, they're kind of the more trained and stuff
Yeah.
for safety and things. So I'll quit being so loud. I'll mute myself.
Hey Wyatt, how many of these
So,
are you gonna make?
yeah. Excuse me? I couldn't really hear.
How many of these are you gonna make?
How many of the maps?
Yes.
Oh, I only really have the resources to make one right now.
Okay.
They can
I-
eventually be printed.
I didn't know if you wanted to.
It takes a long time to
if you
make.
wanted, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you wanted to put it downstairs in the main office, or if the state police was gonna have a set, or emergency management. I didn't know if you planned on that or not.
That wasn't really a plan. I didn't know where I was going to put it actually, but I mean, it take like to make this school model right here. It took me from about September until like the beginning of April to complete the whole thing. So
Yeah,
it's
looking
not like it's not a very quick process. I mean, maybe could scale it down a little bit. I don't know. And I'm sure if I ran through it again, it probably wouldn't take that long. It would probably just take the amount of however many pieces there is. It would take that amount of days because each one takes about a day.
Wyatt, this is real good. Even if we had pictures like of your diagram that's color coded, because we have a folder
Oh yeah,
that every trooper, even if they're not here in this area, they can pull the folder up for this county, and we can pull up the school and it'll show it. So we could put this, if we had pictures of like all the different color codes, so when we pull up, we know the roadside is one certain color for a hallway, so we know which way to go, as long as we know the direction of travel or where we need to start at when we first get here. So when we walk into, and of course, if the hallways are actually painted that color, and then we come in and we see that, and then we know we're in the red hallway, orange hallway, or whatever. So as long as we had diagrams, pictures of it to where we could put in our folders, so a trooper that's not in this area that's coming here because of a problem, it would be easily, he could pull that folder up because I can click on it and in seconds see it. So if we had that in our folder and can see the different color code, then it'd be great for us. Even if we don't see the actual diagram that you have in the school, but we have it in our folders as far as a picture.
Yeah, that would be something that I could definitely make that happen because like and the different things with the color code. So what the blue hallway, orange hallway, green hallway, and yellow hallway, that's what color the lockers are. So when you look down that hallway, that's the main, like the majority of what you see is that color. So it's it's pretty easy to identify which hallway you're in. So I could make some pictures of like, you know, the different places on the model and stuff like that, and the corresponding place to where they are. Is that kind of what you're thinking? Like with the real picture?
Yes.
Of the school?
Yes,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
the
that would-
template, like Mr. Holbrook was saying, like if the doors are numbered, we don't know exactly what that door is going to. So if there's a template that says this door number, when you go in, this is the blue hallway, or this number is when you walk in there, that's the gym. And if we had that template, so if we had that in our folder, then we could easily see that. So if we're being told when we get here, this is the door we need to go to, this is going to be where we're accessing, well, what does that door go to? So we would need to know.
All right. I like that idea. Yeah. I can definitely make that happen.
But I really do like your model though. That looks good.
Well, thank you. I can show you all like the programming and everything like that if you'd like to see it, because I finally got it completed.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, so let me just share my screen real quick. So this is the layout of the model in like the virtual sense. And then obviously you saw it in reality. This has been a pretty lengthy project because I'm kind of pushing the limits of what this program can hold as far as like size. Because most like 3D printed projects and stuff like that are not this large. But it was really fun to try and like, because it felt really good to try and help our first responders out, because like they put their lives in harm's way every single day for us so we can be safe. So it was a great experience to try and do something that would benefit them.
It looks good.
And another thing that I've been printing is these things for our healthcare workers. They're like the mask extenders, like they go on the back of your head, because I heard that like a lot of like the straps on the masks were breaking down the tissue on the backs of their ears. And so I started printing these to help with that. So that's kind of like another project on itself. I missed that chat message.
It looks like you spent a lot of time on it.
It's been since about the beginning of school, I guess. I mean, a little after. And Ms. Billy Joe posted something in the chat. It said, "Where's the most beneficial place for the school model to go? Where the people need to see it immediately?" I kind of don't know that. That was one thing that was like, I don't know. I just don't know what would be best for you all, because I mean, at the end of the day, I knew it would be helpful in a sense, because it's like, it's very minimalistic. It kind of displays everything very quickly, but I didn't know where it would be the best accessed. So
at the end of all of this, the whole purpose of White's project is to help first responders get to an emergency scene the quickest way possible. So he's got the school model, which is 3D. It's like a whole bunch of pieces of plastic puzzles put together of our school first and second floor. So from his Fusion 360 software, we can get the just a paper printout and mark, and and then have a reference, the classroom numbers and so on for Trooper ICE and state troopers and so on. But when we have the model, I guess when he's finished with that, or when it's ready to be, the project's done, Wyatt graduates, and then we've got the school model. What's the best place? Got some emergency on here for that to be doing the passing around, and have like look at it, and then Mark Sutton's office look at sheriff's office, and then bring it back to school. What do you think is most beneficial for the actual school model?
I think probably maybe closer to the main entrance where most people's coming in, if you want to put it into the school. That way the kids also actually see it. Parents that's coming in will actually see it. I know there's people that come and visit. They always come in the front doors by the office, so that's probably the best thing. Then, like you said, it'd be a good idea for the different offices, or for it to maybe travel around to the different offices so people actually know that you actually have something here in place. And then they can even take pictures of it if they don't have any kind of paper copies or something that they can keep track of. But it would probably be good that if they had, like if we had something that was on a printout that showed everything, so they actually have it, whether it be EMS workers, because I know from here it's either Bracken County or Nicholas County. And if they have something that they just look at all the time, they might put on their wall, or actually even have in their vehicles, so they can just take a glance at it. But And then maybe it could be a school project to actually take it around to the ones that's any kind of first responders that's in this area. So you might actually take it as a school visit or something to go to each first responders offices or something and show it to them, and then actually have the paper copy or something for them to keep, they can put on the wall.
All right. Yeah, that could be, that's definitely a good idea. I mean, I definitely think it needs to make it around to the different first responders so they can see it and have like the paper copy, like you said, and the kind of like table of contents almost, as far as like the different thing, like the different labels of all the rooms and what they are. So that would be beneficial to each of our first responders. Mhm. I mean, that's all I've got. So
When you present this, you're supposed to have just a 10-minute presentation. Have you practiced that so you have it down to about 10 minutes?
well, we've got to like make videos at this point and put them on a Google site, which, I mean, that's what I'm working on at the moment, and probably what I'll be working on most of the day, trying to finish that up, get my videos done and everything like that. And it's kind of rough to get it down to 10 minutes because we also did a 30-minute presentation at the Rotary Club in Maysville about it, and it was no trouble to just make it 30 minutes. I mean,
Tell them about teaching the kids.
oh well, yeah, we it was the 4th grade class, right? Yeah. So and 5th, but the 4th grade was the one that really took a great interest in it. So we took some of this model and we like showed it to the 4th grade and kind of talked about 3D printing and things like that, and they absolutely loved it. They ate it up. Then we showed them, like, we took them because the 3D printer kind of sat in the back room, and so we took them back there and showed them like some different things that we could do with it, stuff like that. I mean, I think we made some lifelong 3D printers there. I think they really got something out of that.
Anybody have any other questions or advice for Wyatt with this project?
I'd just like to say I appreciate what he's done with this. I know he's put a lot of time into this. I know every once in a while I'd step back in the back of the library from, like he said, from September to April, and he was back in there usually working on it or doing something with it. So I appreciate him doing this and representing our school. And also it's going to be a valuable tool for us to use in the future. So, you know, it's going to be beneficial to us here at school and for all the emergency responders. So thank you, Wyatt, for your time and your hard work. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Wyatt. You did a good job.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, we appreciate y'all jumping on here and giving us some feedback. We got some good feedback. Thank you. And want to wish Wyatt good luck with this final senior project here that he has a really good chance at this. I've been doing this for a while and he's got a strong project, and I'm proud of him for keep going, even though he's at home with the 3D printer and still continuing on and following through with it. So if you guys don't have anything else, we'll see you later.